You don't need to look any further than your Facebook feed to see how many adorable pets were adopted during the pandemic. Dr. Stacy Scolavino wants to make sure that those furry friends are getting the best care possible. She is Medical Communications Manager for Nutrition at Virbac. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm wondering what new pet owners need to know about taking the best care of their pets.
So it's a very exciting time to bring a new dog or cat into the household. And the first thing you really want to do when you take home a new pet is to build a relationship with a veterinarian that you know and trust. That veterinarian and the entire veterinary healthcare team will partner with you to make the best health and wellness decisions for the life of your pet, from any monthly preventatives they may recommend, to vaccinations they may recommend to keep your pet protected, to of course when to have your new addition spayed or neutered.
And so why is it recommended for pet owners to spay and neuter their pets? Just remind people why that's so important.
There are numerous health benefits to having your dog or cat spayed or neutered, from preventing certain life-threatening infections to reducing and even eliminating the risk for certain types of cancers. And that's why many of us within the veterinary community really consider spaying and neutering an integral part of keeping your dog and cat healthy for the length of their life. It is important to understand, though, that when we spay and neuter our pets, we're not just changing their body anatomically. There are also significant changes that occur to their nutritional needs, which are lifelong as well.
So let's talk about that a little bit more in depth. How are dogs and cats impacted after being spayed and neutered, and how does that relate to nutrition specifically?
So it's very surprising for a lot of people to hear this, but not surprising. After spay and neuter, there are significant hormonal changes that occur which can greatly impact both metabolism as well as appetite. So after our pets are spayed or neutered, their metabolism slows down, meaning they require less calories each and every day for the rest of their life. But at the same time, their appetite actually is increasing. So you end up with a pet that feels like they want to eat more than what their new slower metabolism can really handle. And this can be a recipe for weight gain over time. So it's important that as pet owners we understand these changes are occurring and that we know that we have some tools in our toolbox to address these changes before weight gain sets in. And one of those tools is Virbac's new veterinary HPM spay and neuter diet, specifically designed to address these changes we see in our pets after they've been spayed or neutered.
That is definitely good to know. You know, I have a 9-year-old French bulldog and he's getting up there, so I want to make sure I'm doing the right things like many of our viewers. I'm also wondering, why wouldn't we just feed them a little bit less food so that they are getting fewer calories?
Yeah, so it's a common misconception that if we just put less food in that food bowl, it will do the trick. While feeding them less may give them the appropriate amount of calories for their slower metabolism, we're not doing anything to address their increase in appetite that we also see after they've been spayed or neutered. So you end up with a hungry pet. But more importantly, studies tell us if we actually feed less than recommended feeding guidelines, we could be setting our pets up for nutrient deficiencies. And this is especially concerning if you have a puppy or kitten that's still growing after they've been spayed or neutered. We don't want to be setting them up for malnutrition at a young age. So we really want to think not feeding them less, but how can we feed them differently? So Virbac's veterinary HPM spay and neuter diets prioritize calories from protein to help to support their metabolism.
Thank you so much, Doctor. For more information, go to that website on your screen, and we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.